Looking at the Markets with David Modell. Hello and welcome to Looking at the Markets with David Modell. I love precious metals. You guys and gals know that by now. You know that I love gold. I think it's going to the moon. That's just my opinion. And I'm with a true gold maven, an expert and an insider in the industry. He's Mr. Edward Kelly, the president and CEO of Inca One Gold Corp. And in case you're interested, it is on the TSXV exchange. It's tradable under the ticker symbol IO. And on the OTC exchange under ticker symbol INCAF. And I want everybody to visit inca1.com. Link is in the description below this video. We're going to talk about where gold might be going. Mr. Kelly, welcome to Looking at the Markets, sir.
Well, thank you very much, David, for having me on your show. And it's an honor and a pleasure. And look forward to discussing with you this gold ride that we're going on here right now.
And wow, what a great ride it is. Analysts at Bank of America recently predicted $3,000 gold within 18 months. Do you feel that this is a realistic price target?
Well, the short answer is yes. I think, when this prediction first came out about 4 months ago, just after COVID had actually hit here in North America and things were starting to get shut down and money printing started to happen, stimulus. It was a big surprise. There's been many groups that have come out over the past 7 years of this bear market that we've been in, and that haven't really been super credible. But when Bank of America comes out and says that, or Goldman Sachs, you got to take note that it's something they know more than we do and what's going on behind the scenes, and they're just giving us a little tidbit there, and that's really a warning sign to everybody to get ready that we're in a new bull market. And $3,000, I think, is very doable. I know I follow E.B. Tucker, who just came out with a new book. He's from Florida as well. And he's involved with a bunch of different gold mining companies and so on and so forth here in Vancouver. But he came out with a book just recently, explains it really well. It's called Why Gold, Why Now? He came out with a bold prediction at the beginning of the year in January, before all this kind of happened, and just by the charts and the setups, said gold was going to hit 2,000 this year. And he's since that's now just happened this past week, and he's come up with a revised forecast that 2,500 by the end of the year. So Peter Schiff, Jim Rickards, I also follow them, and they've all said got much higher numbers, but I think realistically we're looking in the mid 2,000 to 3,000 next year.
Yeah, which could imply much higher prices for the miners, in my opinion. Now, do you feel there's a place for gold in everybody's long-term portfolio? What do you think?
Yeah, and especially during times like right now when you've got, we've just come out of a cyclical, really nasty bear market, gold market here for the past 7 years. And you just have to look around what's happening in around the world with all the money printing of fiat currency. So, people have to protect themselves, and you should really have some gold bullion, I believe, and gold mining shares in your long-term portfolio to protect against this. We don't know when these violent moves up happen. You can never really predict them, but when they do, you want to be positioned. And you just, I think that's one of the problems for us living here in North America, and really just getting us being here all the time, is that we get kind of desensitized about what's really happening around the world. And I think that, with the amount of money printing that's happening, it's just this path that we're on right now is unsustainable, and we just don't know when, but it's going to happen where there's going to be some kind of a hyperinflation or some kind of reset, or we don't really know. But you really should have something to protect yourself. And an example I always use is we have our operations for Inca One in Peru, and I've been going down there for the last 10 years now. But in the 80s, they had a dollar, their currency collapsed due to hyperinflation. Mm-hmm. At one time they had a 1,000 to 1 rollback of their currency, and then that was in the mid 80s, and then a couple of years later they had a 1,000,000 to 1 rollback on their currency. So a billion to 1 rollback, and the middle class, if you're not protected, if they would have had some gold coins or some hard currency mining stocks, they could have protected themselves. So use it as protection.
Yeah, you can use both the bullion and the mining shares. Highly recommended. And in fact, Inca One is launching an online bullion store where people can purchase gold directly from Inca One. So what's the latest on that?
Yeah, that's something we're really excited about. We just, again, due to the changes around the world that happened, on March 15th, the world for us came to a stop for about 6 weeks in Peru, and we had no, as a gold producer, we had no ways to be able to transport our gold out of the country. We take our gold bullion, our gold doré, as the form that we sell it in, and we're transporting it on commercial airlines to Europe and selling it to refineries there. That all stopped. So that was a bit of a scary moment for us, and we had to really look at our business plan and do a SWOT analysis to see where our weaknesses were and how are we going to pivot to be able to bridge those gaps. And one way was for us to be able to take control of the sale of our gold, and we looked at the same time, gold bullion started to be coming sold out, and you couldn't get a hold of it. So we just saw, okay, well, how do we get our own gold bullion coins minted? And we made some decisions, and we decided we've just signed on last month with a mint and refinery in the United States that we're going to now be minting our own gold coins. And just today we should be signing off on the design of them, and we can get samples in the next couple of weeks, and then we plan to open the gold bullion store at Inca One, and we can start selling direct to customers and interested parties who want to hold physical gold.
Yeah, fantastic. People need to check out the website. They need to go to inca1.com. Link is in the description below this video, so you can stay updated on the rollout of the bullion offerings here. I think that's super exciting, and that's something you don't see a lot of gold miners do, offering to potentially sell directly to the consumer.
Yeah, there really isn't many options other than a silver company that we know well here in Vancouver by the name of First Majestic. They sell silver, but they're one of the only ones that do that.
Yeah,
we're going to focus on selling gold, 100% gold coins, 1 ounce gold bullion coins from our website now, and direct to the customer. So it'll be certified by a respectable refinery, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah,
actually,
me too.
It's something that has an affinity with shareholders, and with we think that as a shareholder, you're going to want to own physical, and vice versa. So as a shareholder of Inca One, we're offering a preferred price on the gold bullion if you're a shareholder.
Very nice. Looking forward to that. Speaking of looking forward to great and greater things, Inca One, looking back, had an amazing second quarter. Total exports of $6.7 million US, consisting of nearly 4,000 ounces of gold and also nearly 4,000 ounces of silver just in that quarter. Do you expect to top those numbers in Q3?
Yeah, I mean, we're happy with the results. As you know, for the most part, Peru was shut down due to COVID during Q2 and just opened up towards the end of June. So, we're happy with what we accomplished. But kind of put it in perspective, our best month last year was just over 3,000 ounces of gold in 1 month. So, we've got it's a big gap there, but. Things are opened up in the last month in Peru, and business is starting to ramp up again, transportation, logistics, and since the shutdown. So I'm expecting to see an improvement in Q3 for sure.
Yeah, talk about a reopening trade. The reopening of the Peruvian landscape for gold is very exciting, and this is a great way to play it. And also, Inca One has a supply agreement with PPX Mining Corp. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is something that we've been working on for almost a year, and finally we were able to get it across the line. We made an acquisition in 2018 of a plant that we call it our Cory 1 plant, Cory Cancha plant, and it's a 350 ton per day plant. Our total capacity is 450 tons, and last year we had a record year of production. We produced just around 25,000 ounces of gold, $37 million in top line revenue, and we're almost cash flow break even. But the leverage for our company is that we've got 450 tons per day of built out capacity, and we only used 150 tons per day last year. So we looked at the beginning of the year to really focus and get a large supply contract. And this one with PPX, it's a 40,000 ton contract over 12 months. And to put that in perspective, 40,000 tons, and then compared to in 2019, in total from all the small scale miners that we purchased mineral from was a total of 56,000 tons. So, at 8 grams per ton gold going to the Cory 1 plant, we're pretty happy with that. And on a tonnage basis, this supply agreement with Cory 1 is going to the Cory 1 plant is going to be about 130% of what we did last year, just at Cory 1.
Yeah. Additionally, Inca One recently received approximately $1.8 million from an exercise of warrants. How will the proceeds from that be used?
Well, this money will be primarily used to re-top up and fund our ore purchase account. In our business, it's all about purchasing. So the more money we have available to purchase mineral, the more ore we can buy, the more that we can process, and the more gold we can sell. So it's really a buy, process, sell, repeat kind of process. And so, part of this money went to as a advancement to get the PPX contract, and we expect that the leverage on that should be about $2.6 to $2.8 million of revenue that will be for right to the company's fixed costs of approximately $7 million per year. So it's good leverage for us to be able to bring on that contract and that money going to work right away.
Yeah, makes sense. And also, this is exciting, to further expand the company's gold production capacity, which is already considerable. Inca One recently launched the Explorer Tracker project. Can you tell us about that, please?
Yeah, Explorer Tracker has been in the works, for probably about 5 years for the company. Since we started, we saw that we envisioned it, and really just during this time of lower production, we had some time to be able to really jump on it and get it kicked off as a couple other projects. But right now, our company, we are reliant 100% on buying mineral on the market from small scale miners, and to have, we've got 450 tons to be able to fill, and we want to just diversify a little bit and not be 100% reliant on buying that in the market. We'd like to have a percentage of it that's more sustainable, guaranteed from our own sources and from our own concessions. So in the last 5 years, we've processed about 20,000 different lots of ore from all over the country. So we know, the GPS coordinates of that. We know the metallurgy of those concessions. We know um, the chem, the grade, so on and so forth. So we can now go in and look for concessions that have had high grade mineral coming from them and be able to track them and look for ways to be able to secure them, and then have contract miners to be able to bring that ore to us versus us just buying it from third parties. Well, it's more of a secured source of mineral that we're looking to achieve with that and vertically integrate. It's a big objective for us as well in filling the plants.
Yeah, I like that. It sounds like tech enhanced mining operations with Explore Tracker. I like that.
And there is a fair bit of tech involved in
Yeah.
it with, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I've been speaking with Mr. Edward Kelly from Inca One Gold Corp, president and CEO. If people are interested, first of all, it's tradable on the TSXV exchange, ticker symbol IO, on the OTC over the counter exchange, INCAF for if you're in the US of A. That's probably available on your broker right now. So, Mr.
Yes.
Kelly, is Inca1.com the best way to learn more and to get in touch?
Yeah, you can go to our website. You can call us. Feel free to give us a call anytime at 604 332 0940. So that's a number you can call us, and there'll be a live person on the phone. Or you can email us at info@inca1.com.
Very good. That's openness right there that you don't get just anywhere. And I have spoken to a representative over at Inca One, and they're very responsive. They'll answer your questions because as an investor, you should always be informed. There's no guarantee that any asset or asset class will go up in the future, but I'm quite bullish in case folks haven't figured it out already. I mean, heck, we've got Mr. Edward Kelly standing in front of the mining equipment right now. Very cool. That's dedication right there. All right. So thank you so much. I know you're a busy individual. I'm looking forward to this bull market in gold, in precious metals, and I'm looking forward to possibly, hopefully, buying gold coins directly from Inca1.com. So we'll have to have you back here again for an update one of these days. Thank you, Mr. Edward Kelly. Thanks a lot for coming to Looking at the Markets.
Yeah, thank you for having me on and talking to your audience. It's a pleasure.